All right, we are on the record. It is September 19, 2019. This is Judge Wish, courtroom 1, session 1. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Captain Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Lakeisha Halen, Office of the Public Defender.
Adam Shaw with the Office of Public Defender.
Your Honor, Princess Lowe was a refusal.
Okay, so I'm gonna handle Miss Lowe's case. 2019 CF 13234AO. She's refused to come to court. I'm gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent her. Mr. Scholl or Ms. Halen, do you wanna formally waive her appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so she's charged with battery on a law enforcement officer. Do you find probable cause based on the affidavit? And there was a bond correction sheet, because battery on a Leo is $2,500 pursuant to our bond schedule, not the $1,500. So she's not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness, no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, and I will set the bond at the $2,500.
Jermaine Smith was also a refusal.
Nobody wants to come and see us today. All right, Mr. Smith is refusing to come to court. I'll appoint the public defender in 2019 CF 13246AO. And Mr. Scholl, do you want to formally waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, he's charged with retail theft greater than 300. I do find probable cause. And so he's not to have any contact with any victim, witness, or any of the 5 individuals that were located in the vehicle with him. They're not named as co-defendants, but he's not to have contact with them, so they're witnesses. He's not to return to any Home Depot. And his bond is set at 1,000.
How much is the bond?
1,000. And all right, please tell me your name.
Robert Samuel,
right.
Robert Devon Samuel.
Okay, Mr. Samuel, you're here in 2019 MM 7689AO. You're charged with exposure of sexual organs and trespass after warning in a conveyance. And I do find probable cause. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I don't know if the state will have an offer today.
No, Your Honor.
So you're not to return back to the Megabus Depot. My guess is that they're not gonna let you on their vehicles any longer.
They steal anyway.
At 4652 South Orange Blossom Trail. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. If you've been served with a trespass warning, you must abide by that, but you're not to return back there. And the bonds will stay set at 500 and 100. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Anne Marie Anderson.
All right, Miss Anderson, you're here in 2019 CF 13263, and you were arrested for possession of synthetic cannabinoids. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And you do qualify for pretrial release. I'm gonna place you in pretrial release.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, may I have the case number, please?
2019 CF 13263.
Thank you.
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Alex Shankar Feliciano.
All right, Mr. Feliciano. All right, you're here in case number 2019 CF 4709AO. The state has filed an information in the case, and probable cause was found by a judge, and you've been charged by the information with fraudulent use of personal identification information, 3 counts of that: attempted tampering with physical evidence, unauthorized possession of identification card, and unlawful possession of the personal identification information of another person, 5 or more persons. And so, you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. And the bonds in that case will stay set and as set in the capias, at 1,000 on each count. That's 6 counts. And you're out on release, but does anyone know the status of the case?
I think that was a Baker Act, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a threats to law enforcement. I don't, doesn't have any information in here. I don't have it to look at the dates, but I'm not gonna take any action on that today. Looks like you do have a court date coming up in October 10th, 2019. So you wanna make sure you don't miss any court dates and you keep in touch with your attorney, okay?
And that's regarding this case, correct, Your Honor? The court date?
No. Does he have the PD in that case, or? Oh, he does, you don't I'm sorry, sir, you don't qualify for the public defender in this case. So, do you make $500 a week after taxes?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's what your paycheck is every week,
Roughly.
roughly?
Mhm.
Okay, what does roughly mean?
It's commission-based sales.
Okay, all right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, okay?
Okay.
Based on that testimony. But make sure you don't miss any court dates if you're out of the Orange County Jail for your other case. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Name is Vito Salierno.
All right, Mr. Salerno, you're here in case number 2019 CF 13265. You're arrested for possession of synthetic cannabinoids. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. In that case, you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And the bond, I'm gonna reduce the bond here to 1,000. In 2017, MM 5388AO, you were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your arraignment. And that was on July 6, 2017. And does he have the PD in that case? Do we know? If not, I will appoint them to represent you in that case. I don't know if there's an offer from the state to resolve it, if you wanted to resolve this case, the misdemeanor.
I need to look it up, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you interested
No, it's a
in?
possession of cannabis, the state's not gonna get off on it.
Okay. All right, so the bond in that case is set at none. Oh, 500. Okay, so it is 500, okay. So you do have a bond in that case, and yeah, I did appoint the PD for you, okay, sir?
Thank
All right, please tell me your name.
Jeffrey Finley.
All right, Mr. Finley, you're here in 2019 MO 1604, and you are arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes, they do. They made an offer of adjudication guilty, credit time served, Your Honor. In just one moment with my client.
Sure.
Client pleads no contest, accepts the offer of adjudication guilty, credit time served.
And I think Mr. Finley knows I have to
Yes.
order court costs. No, I did not. I didn't appoint the PD, so I'll
Okay.
scratch your name off.
Okay.
Mr. Scholl,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay? All right, Mr. Finley, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes,
Are you on probation anywhere?
no, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to order court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by September 19, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you, sir. Good luck, Mr. Finley.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day. All right, please tell me your name.
David Tyron Austin.
All right, Mr. Alston, you're here in 2019 CF 198AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your pretrial conference on July 2nd, 2019. The judge in that case did set your bond at none. And does he have the PD? You do have the public defender, and they can file any motions for you with regards to the bond with that judge.
Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Linda Anderson.
All right, Miss Anderson, you're here in 2019 CF 13247AO, and you were arrested for possession of oxycodone. And I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And she qualifies for
She resides, she's here on vacation.
huh?
She's here on vacation.
But she can report by phone,
Yeah,
correct?
we can do the phone. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right. So, Miss Anderson, you can't, I think I said it, but you can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and I'm gonna, order you into pretrial release. So you'll just have to communicate and keep in touch with pretrial release by phone,
Okay.
okay? Make sure you don't get picked up on any new law violations or anything like that. If you do, it can get revoked, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Devendra Basant.
All right, sir, you're here in 2019 CF 13244AO. You're arrested for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, and I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Afterwards, yes, because I do have a bond right now.
Well, I'm the one that's gonna give you the bond. You do have bonds, yeah. But do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender and if you wanna hire an attorney later, or it's up to you?
I could hire an attorney later.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
All right, so you're not to possess any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And the bonds will stay set at $4,000, $150, and $150.
No, you did qualify, Mr. Bissett,
Okay.
for pretrial release.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Regine Blair.
Mr. Blair. We're here on a bunch of failures to appear in a new law. So in 2019 CF 8155AO, I think they're all the same dates.
Oh, in drug
They
court, ma'am.
they are.
They all have PDs.
They all have, you have the PD in all these cases. It looks like you failed to appear for a status hearing on September 12th, 2019. In that case, same date, okay, 2019 CF 6574AO, 2019 CF 2553AO, and that's also the status hearing on November 12th, 2019. 2019 CF 2546AO, and that was also for a status hearing on November 12th, 2019. And then there's a new law in 2019, MM 7703AO, which is providing false ID to law enforcement. And I do find probable cause for that. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in that case. You have the public defender in all the other cases already, okay? And I don't know if the state has an offer for you on the misdemeanor? No? Okay. All right, so the bond will stay set at the $500. Yeah.
I apologize, what was the status on all the failure to appears? Were they zero?
It's, yeah.
Okay.
And my guess is that, he'll get back in the drug court docket at some point, correct? Okay. So he'll be seen by Judge Whitehead at some point.
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
Bruce Bland?
All right, Mr. Bland. You're here in 2019 CF 13225AO. You're arrested for possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. If you find probable cause, I will appoint the public defender. You may not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will be $1,000 on count 1. I'll reduce count 2 to 100. All right, sir, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Albert Bott.
Mr. Bott, you're here in 2019 CF 12971. And you were arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for grand theft third degree. And a violation of the Florida Pawnbroker Act by receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return to any pawn shop. No contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. And you're not to return back to 1501 Meeting Place, that Publix location. And the bond will stay set as in the warrant at the $2,500 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2, and you're out on release or out on bond in 2 cases, 2019 CF 8809AO and 2019 CF 8882AO. I'm revoking the releases and setting those at none, and you do have attorneys in both of those cases, and they can file motions in those divisions with the judges that are handling those cases with regards to bond. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Willie Brown?
Mr. Brown, you're here in 2019 CF 13129. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was previously found for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to return back to the Parliament House at 410 North Orange Blossom Trail. And the bond will stay set at 1,000. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Richard Scott Cadwell.
Mr. Cadwell. You're here in 2018 CF 17420AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for a case management conference on April 2nd, 2019. The judge revoked your pretrial release and set your bond at none on each count. Does he have the PD? Okay. You previously did have the PD appointed, so they still represent you, and your bonds are set at none. And so they can file any motions with the judge in that case for you, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ryan, R-Y-A-N.
Is your last name Cap?
Cap,
Okay,
correct.
Mr. Cap, you're here in 2019 CF 13231AO. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for written threats to kill, do bodily harm, or conduct mass shooting or an act of terrorism, and stalking to include cyber. And I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. So you're not to have any contact with any listed victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. If you have any firearms, you're to surrender them to law enforcement within 10 hours of your release. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Your bond on count 1 will be $5,000 and $1,000 on count 2. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Carlos Delgado.
All right, Mr. Delgado, you're here in 2019 CF 13248AO. You're arrested for possession of cannabis more than 20 grams and possession of cannabis with intent to distribute. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim, or excuse me, any witness, or the co-defendant Mohammed Jorbran. No illegal substances without a valid prescription. And in that case, the bond will be set on count 1 at $150 and count 2 will remain at $1,000. In 2019 MM 7709AO, you're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the PD and the bond will stay set at $500. And you're out on release in 2 cases, 2019 CF 9392AO, 2019 CF 9393AO. Does he have the PD in those cases? I'm showing.
Yes.
Okay, you do have the public defender in those cases. I'm revoking the releases and setting the bond at none, and they can file any motions for you in those cases. All right, please tell me your name.
Mrs. Ellison.
All right, Ms. Ellison, you're here in 2019 CF 13249AO. You're arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, and resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the public defender. Did you fill one out?
No.
Okay. Did you want to hire your own attorney? No, you're going to represent yourself? Okay, it's probably not a really good idea.
Either way, I can get a public defender if I have
Do
paper.
you want a PD?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you work, ma'am?
Yes,
Okay, and do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
both weekly and bi-weekly.
Okay, how much do you make
Like
per month? I just,
at least like $750.
$750 a
Yeah,
month?
a month.
Okay, is that after taxes?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any kids under the age of 18?
No.
Okay, does she qualify? Yeah. Yeah, 750, yeah. You do qualify, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. And I'm gonna stay the bond at 2,500, 150, and 100, and I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond case. Looks like it's a driving while license suspended. You do have a court date coming up on October 7th at 8:30 a.m. Are you
Correct.
aware of that? Okay, don't miss that court date, okay? All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Tyler Etienne.
All right, Mr. Etienne, you're here in 2019 CF 13239AO, and you were arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for possession of heroin. And I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And the bond will stay set at $1,000. Does he not qualify for pretrial?
They didn't screen him for pretrial release, Your Honor, because he came in on a warrant of arrest.
Okay, I'll do bond or pretrial release if qualified. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
David Elliott Houston.
All right, Mr. Houston, you're here in 2019 CF 13241AO. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. You're not to return back to the 908 Maltby Avenue or have any contact with any listed victim or witness. No weapons or firearms or ammunition, and your bond will stay set at the $2,500. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
John Edward Marlette.
All right, Mr. Martlett, you're here, 2019 CF 11568, and you were arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for grand theft third degree, dealing in stolen property as trafficking, false verification of ownership from a secondhand dealer over 300, and receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification over 300. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to return back to any secondhand dealer, including those at Walmart, so any pawn shop or secondhand dealer. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And your bond on count 1 will be $2,500. Count 2, I'll reduce to $150. Count 3, I'll reduce to $150, and count 4, $150. Have you been standing there long? Have you been standing there long? Okay, okay. Hope not. Oh, thank you. Have a good one. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Samira McCaslin.
All right, Ms. McCaslin, you're here in 2018 CF 11804AO, and you're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for a plea hearing on May 13, 2019. And the judge in that case did set your bond at none. My guess is she has an attorney or the public defender? Okay, you have a private attorney in that case. They'll have to file, you'll have to get in touch with them and let them know you're here if you haven't already done so. And they can file any motions with the judge in that case, okay? I can't do anything about the capias. In 2019 MM 3079AO, you were also arrested for failure to appear for a status hearing on July 24, 2019. The judge forfeited your bond, but did give you a bond of $1,000. And she had private in that case too? The PD? Okay, there, okay. So it looks like the PD was appointed initially, and then you had an attorney file a notice, and then nothing, there was no order substituting the counsel. That's what the clerk's telling me. So I don't know if the state has an offer, if you want to try and resolve that case, because you do still have the public defender representing you in that case. Okay, so you do have a $1,000 bond. If you want that attorney in that case, you need to make sure that the judge who's handling that case signs the order taking the PD off the case and allowing that attorney to substitute in for the public defender, because as of right now, you still have the public defender, okay?
Okay.
So it's important. I don't know if it's the same attorney. Is it the same attorney? Same attorney. So you want to get in touch with them, okay?
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name.
My name is James McLean.
Okay, Mr.
Good morning, by the way.
McLean, good morning. You're here in 2019 CF 12653, and you were arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was previously found for aggravated assault with a firearm. And I will appoint the public defender. You are not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and you're not to return to 5422 North Orange Blossom Trail, Suite 300, that Triple Threat Hair Salon, and you're not to return back to the adjacent Dunkin' Donuts, okay? Which I believe is just next door. So you can't go back to that little shopping center if it's a shopping center. And the bond will be set at $3,500.
Thank you. Thank you,
All right,
Your Honor.
all right. Have a good day. All right, good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Brian Pegg.
All right, Mr. Pegg, you're here in 2019 CF 13217AO. You're arrested for possession of heroin. I do find probable cause, and how much do you make per week and after taxes?
Like 650.
$650 a week after taxes? Okay, do you have any kids under the age of 18? Okay, so you're not gonna qualify for the public defender, so I can't appoint them to represent you today. But I am gonna order that you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and the bond will stay set at $1,000. You think you'll be able to bond out?
I don't have any family or anybody to bond me out.
Okay, well, look, it says here that you have $600 in cash.
No, I had 60.
60, okay. I'm gonna appoint the PD, okay? I am gonna appoint the PD for you. If you can't make your bond, they can file any motions for you on your behalf, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir. Come on up. All right, please tell me your name.
Louis Sandelo Perry.
All right, Mr. Perry, you're here in 2018 CF 13097AO, and you were picked up on a capias for failing to appear for your jury trial on September 9, 2019. The judge revoked your bond, set your bond at none on each of the 6 counts. So you have the PD, you do have the PD representing you already, so they can file any motions with the judge in that case, okay?
Now, Kristen Roderick is a refusal.
So Ms. Roderick in 2018 CF 8632AO, she failed to appear for a trial management conference on September 12, 2019. I think was the PD appointed. She has the public defender. And so the judge did revoke her release and set her bond at none on each of the 5 counts. And so, well, she's waived her own appearance, but Ms. Haling, do you want to formally waive her appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Jorge Rosado.
All right, Mr. Rosado, you're here in 2019 CF 11634. You were arrested for pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for aggravated fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer without violence, and reckless driving. Thank you. All right, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. On count 1, your bond will be $20,000. Count 2, 100, and count 3, 100. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Algernon Sinclair.
All right, Mr. Sinclair, you're here in 2019 CF 11964AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for a robbery with a firearm. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Do you want to be heard as to bond?
State, will request based on the nature of the charge, the ID of a picture, based on investigative techniques by the officer. Will request a $50,000 bond on the robbery. The firearm, no contact with the victims, no return to the scene, no weapons, no firearms.
Well, I don't know if he's living at that location because he was at the house, so I don't know. Doesn't look like that's his address. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Sinclair, you're not to have any contact with any witness or victims, no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, and you can't return back to 429 Jernigan Avenue. And your bond will be set at $50,000. Do we have an updated, I don't have it, there's nothing.
Yeah, we'll look around.
Okay, thank you.
Because he came in on a fugitive, so we didn't.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just-
Well, actually, I'll just have to fugitive history. Okay. Okay, for Mr. Swain, you're on, he does have an active warrant out of Pennsylvania for a probation violation. I'm sorry, that's Valdosta, Georgia. I believe they are not going to, it's full extradition, actually, full extradition. We don't, and that's what the fugitive warrant is for. As far as his Florida history, let's see. He has a history of aggravated battery, and these are convictions. Battery, and this is dated back in 1992. Insufficient funds back in 1995. Probation violation out of state. His last arrest was November 23rd of 2011 for sex offender registration. As far as out-of-state history, and no failure to appears. This is the probation violation. That means it's full extradition.
Okay, where's the sex case out of?
Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
When was that?
Let's see. That was in Georgia, that was 2006.
Okay. All right, can you tell me your name, sir? Oh, he bonded?
I mean, I'm not part of
Swain? Okay, so Mr. Swain refused? Mr. Swain? Oh, we're on Mr. Swain. Are you Mr. Swain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're Mr. Smith?
No, Swan.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, Mr. Swain. All right, you're here in 2019 CF 13232, and you were arrested pursuant to a warrant for failing to register as a temporary address as a sexual offender. And you don't qualify for the PD, but I am going to appoint them to represent you because you're being held no bond on the other case, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you. And you do have reporting requirements. I do have to advise you of that. And your bond will be set at $5,000. Huh? Conflict, thank you. All right, ma'am, please tell me your name.
Kimberly Willoughby.
All right, Miss Willoughby, you're here in 2017 CF 14639AO. You're arrested for failing to appear, CAPIAS, for a status hearing on September 13th, 2019. The judge did revoke your release and set your bond at none on each count, and you do have conflict counsel in the case, so they can file any motions for you in that. Is it conflict attorney or conflict counsel, do you know? Do you know who your attorney is?
One moment, Attorney.
Okay.
Actually, it must be a conflict attorney.
So it's not conflict counsel?
No, I have a William Santana.
Okay. Do you know how to get in touch with Mr. Santana?
Leslie Sweet is my lawyer.
No, she's apparently not.
Oh, did she file another order?
So she hasn't been ordered, okay. So it looks like she did file a notice of appearance, but the judge has not allowed her to substitute in yet, so you need to make sure that she does that,
Okay.
and that the judge allows her to
It's
do
like the
that.
next, sorry, it's the next court date of the mental health status on 9/25 at the PRC. I guess that must be in front of Judge Whitehead.
Judge Whitehead. So either get in touch with Miss Sweet or get in touch with William Santana and let them know that you're here, okay? And then you'll be seen by Judge Whitehead in a couple days, okay?
Okay, but I've never talked to William Santana.
Okay.
Only
Miss Sweet?
yeah, only
Okay,
Miss
Well,
Sweet.
get in touch with Miss Sweet and let her know that the judge has not she has not been substituted into the case. Okay, the judge has to sign an order allowing her to take over the case.
She has been. The whole time I've had this
Okay,
case, she's
well,
worked with us.
that's not what the clerk's system is showing us.
Okay.
Okay? So, but you'll be seen by Judge Whitehead. Get in touch with Miss Sweet. If she shows up to court on the 25th of September in a couple days, maybe Judge Whitehead will just sign that order in court. Okay? All right, please tell me your name.
Tony Neal.
All right, Mr. Neal, you're here in 2019 MO 1605, and you were arrested for camping in a prohibited place. I do find probable cause. I do not have a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes.
Okay.
State's offer to adjudicate your credit for time served in 2
Okay.
days.
And then I would have to impose court costs. I'd give you a year to pay him off, but you get out today. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have you sign the plea form. All right, thank you. All right, Mr. O'Neill, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Hey, ma'am.
All right, did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Okay, I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you. Good luck, Mr. Neal. All right, good morning, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Wendy Andre.
All right, Miss Andre, you're here in 2019 MM 7707AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Miss Andre if she wanted to resolve her case?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and no return to Sand Lake Courtyard condos.
Okay, and then I would have to impose court costs, but I'll give you a year to pay them off.
May I have a moment, Your
Sure.
Honor? Your Honor, my client would like to accept the offer, plead no contest. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Miss Andre, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained in the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Okay. Do you find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit? I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to the Sand Lake Courtyard condominiums at 7900 South Orange Blossom Trail. You've been trespassed. You must abide by the trespass warnings. I do have to impose court costs. I'm going to order that you pay those by September 19, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Bertram.
All right, Mr. Burke. You're here in 2019 MM 7702AO. You're arrested for retail theft. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And in 19 MO 1606, you were arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the PD to represent you in that case. Does the state have an offer to resolve either?
I think I can convey the offer, but for the MO case, the open container, I'll do an adjudication credit for time served. No offer on that.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
He does have a warrant out of Pennsylvania for violation of probation, but they're not going to extradite.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, my client would like to plead no contest to the offer on the
Okay.
ordinance violation.
And so for the other, for the petty theft, I'm gonna order that he's not to return back to the Publix at 400 East Central Boulevard, no contact with any victim or witness in the case, and I will stay the bond at the 250 in that case, and then he'll resolve the other case. All right, Mr. Burke, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
All right, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that warrant is not a VOP, correct, Robin?
Yeah, the out-of-state one.
It's not a VOP.
Is this a VOP?
Okay, so is he on, so you told me you're not on probation?
No, no. I'm not on any probation in the state of Florida at
No,
all.
anywhere, I
Anywhere
asked.
where I was in Pennsylvania, but I have a warrant without extradition.
Okay,
They
so
don't
you,
want-
I just need to make sure that you understand
Yeah, I
that fleeing
understand.
to this offense could also violate you again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And you still want to go forward with the plea knowing that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And so, and then do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea to the open container violation. And I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by September 19th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you, sir. Good luck to you. All right, please tell me your name.
Mondale Gray.
All right, Mr. Gray, you're here in 2019 MM 7699AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause, and I don't have a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Adjudication, credit for time served, 2 days, no return. I'm sorry, yeah, no return. Credit for time served, no return.
So you can't go back to that Wawa, and I'll have to impose court costs, and I'll give you a year to pay them off. Do you want to take the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have you sign the plea form? All right, Mr. Gray, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom? I need you to speak up because we're being recorded.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
All right, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea? I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to the Wawa at 1200 West Colonial Drive. You gotta abide by the trespass warnings. If you go back, you'll probably get arrested, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by September 19th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment, sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. All right, good luck to you. All right, ma'am, please tell me your name.
Stephanie Jones.
All right, Ms. Jones, you're here, 2019 MM 7698AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. If you find probable cause, I will appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Ms. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to Big Tree Park. May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Sure.
Thank- Your Honor, my client would like to accept the offer and plead no contest.
Thank you. Jones, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you understand everything that was contained in the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights that you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You've been trespassed from the Big Tree Park at 930 North Thornton Avenue. You can't go back there, okay?
Yes,
If you go
ma'am.
back, you might get arrested. You don't want that to happen.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And, and I also have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by September 19, 2020. That gives you a year
Yes,
to pay it
ma'am.
off, okay? If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right,
Good
good
morning,
morning.
Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Mohammed Hussein Jubran.
All right, Mr. Gibran, you are here in case number 2019 MM 7708AO, and you are arrested for possession of cannabis less than 20 grams and sale and delivery of cannabis without consideration less than 20 grams. And I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't know what the state's doing with these sale cases. Okay, so there'll be no offer today, well, he's out on bond. So, I'm gonna reduce count 1 to 100. Count 2 will stay set at the 500. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no contact with any witnesses or the co-defendant, Carlos Delgado Garcia. And I'll take no action today on your out on release, the felony case in 2019 CF 13049AO. But if you have any upcoming court dates, I don't know if you have an attorney, but you need to make sure that if the state does file charges in that case, that you don't miss any court dates. So you need to make sure that the clerk's office has your correct address, okay?
Okay.
That's it. Thanks, Your Honor.
All right, good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Roger Strom.
All right, Mr. Strom, you're here in 2019 MM 7705AO. You're arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the PD. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes.
Education credit for time served, 2 days.
And then I would have to impose court costs. I'd give you a year to pay those off if you want to
Okay.
accept the offer.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Strom, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that was contained in the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights that you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to pose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by September 19, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
John Carney, ma'am.
Mr. Carney, you're here. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Osceola County in case number 2019 CF 13218AO. And the judge in that case set your bonds at $5,000 and $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you can do so. If not, Osceola County has 24 hours pursuant to our administrative order to come and pick you up. If you don't, they don't do that and you haven't bonded out, you'll come back before me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. right, please tell me your name.
O'Neill Powell.
All right, Mr. Powell, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Charlotte County, and looks like the judge, is this an on-view VOP? Or an out-of-county warrant?
It's out of county, Your Honor, but he's here on the IPH. He does have a 5-day hold, so.
Okay, because this, the affidavit here is talking about an on-view VOP.
It is on view.
It is an on-view. Okay, so it's not an, I'm confused. It's an, okay. Okay, so it's an on-view violation of probation based on the new law offense from September 18th, 2019. And so there is probable cause for the on-view VOP out of Charlotte County. The bond is at none. And so Charlotte, do you have cases here in Orange? Okay, so Charlotte County won't come and pick you up until your cases in Orange are resolved, okay? Or if you have a bond and you bonded out, okay?
I could bond out?
I don't know if you have a bond, I don't know anything about the other case.
He does have a $5,000 bond on aggravated assault, though.
So that's the charge here.
Yes.
Okay.
Bond out.
So if you can bond out, then you'll still be held here, and then Charlotte County, from the time that you bond out, has 72 hours to come and pick you up, not including holidays or weekends. If they don't pick you up in that allotted time, then you'll come back before a judge, okay?
Okay.
But if you bond out, then that's the only way Charlotte will be able to come and pick you up, or if you resolve the case, but I don't know when that would happen, okay? Because the state would have to file charges.
State.
The state attorney's office would have to file charges on the aggravated assault case, and then you would have to resolve that. So if you bond out, that's your best chance of getting to Charlotte right away, okay?
So I would have to that bond out and go to Port Charlotte to handle the probation?
The probation case is out of Charlotte County.
Your Honor, may I speak with him
Yeah,
just briefly?
please, thank you. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Michael Venetial.
All right, Mr. Benishel, you're picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Seminole County for a violation of probation. And the judge in that case did set your bond at none. You'll have, looks like Seminole will have 24 hours to come and pick you up pursuant to our administrative order. If they don't do so, then you'll come back before myself, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Wonder was a refusal, and he was reset yesterday due to medical 2019 CO995AO. He's charged with soliciting without a permit. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office. Do you all wanna waive his appearance? You can always set it to plea at any time.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll
Okay,
waive it.
all right.
Thank you.
So, I do find probable cause. I did appoint the PD. They did waive his appearance, and his bond will stay set at the $250. Thank you. All right, I do have a 33-day motion filed by Jose Duarte in 2019 CF 11405AO.
That can be granted, the state filed notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
Okay, that will be granted. 2019 CF 115418O Rudolph Thomas Narvaez.
Be granted the state files and notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
All right, that will be granted. Two 2019 MM 6879AO Mia Marie Pelch.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. Two 2019 MM 561AA Anthony Harris.
Should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
I don't know if you saw, I did see the notice of non-filing, but this is what it looks like, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay.
That's how it got filed. So, I don't know why, but that's what
Glitch
it
in the
looks
system.
like. A glitch in the system. Okay, so that will be granted. Alright, 2019 CF 11760AO Trayvon Sylvester.
She denied the state filed information on 9/18.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 11673AO Ronald James Paramore.
She granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 11718AO Kirk Warren.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
All right, that will be granted. All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and then we're all meeting back at 1:45.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. How many do we have this afternoon, do we know?
Right now, I think we got about 16.
All right, we'll be in recess until then. All right, we are on the record. It is September 19th, 2019. This is Judge Wish, courtroom 1, session 2. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Kathy Kennedy Swan on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Lakeisha Halen, Office of the Public Defender.
Adam Shaw with Office of Public Defender.
All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
William John Finney.
Okay, do we know what happened to Reed and Benton? Did he bond?
Bonded, Your Honor.
Okay,
And then Gregory Charles refused, Your Honor.
okay, we'll deal with him at the end. Okay, and you're William Bunjai?
Boona.
Punga?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, sir, you're here in case number 2019 CF 13251AO, and you were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery. And I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness, no weapons or firearms or any ammunition, no alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And your bond will stay set at the $2,500 and $100.
Next person, Your Honor, Juan Lux, bonded.
Thank you. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Chelsea Reese.
All right, Ms. Reese, you're here in 2018 CF 9817AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant for a violation of probation, and the judge did set your bond at none in the case. I'll appoint the public defender, and you should be seen by Judge Whitehead in a week to 10 days, could be a little bit sooner, and your attorneys can file any motions with regards to bond, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Maurice Rivers, Your Honor, bonded.
All right. All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Stasia Walden Davis.
All right, Miss Walden Davis. You're here in 2019 CF 13255AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender. You're not to return back to the marshals at 4648 Millennium Plaza Way or have any contact with any listed victim or witness, including your co-defendant, Veronica Jean Fields. And I will stay the bond at the 2,500.
Next, Jason Wilson is downtown court, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset. Is he downtown for this case or the other stuff that's got going on? Okay, I saw that that was on the face sheet too. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Kareem Young.
All right, Mr. Young, you are here. In case number 2019 CF 13250AO, you're arrested for possession of cocaine and resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at 1,000 on count one. I'll reduce count two to 100. And today's your lucky day. I'm not gonna take any action on your out on release case. But I'll tell you that if you come back here and you have 2 out on bond cases or out on release cases, I'm probably gonna revoke the bonds, and some other judge might too. So be very careful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The Leonard Cashmere, Your Honor, next one is bonded.
All right, thank you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Markel Lee.
All right, Mr. Lee, you're here in 2019 CT 6925AO. You're arrested for DUI with a prior conviction. Oh. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I do find probable cause for the offense. And I don't have a form for the public defender. Are you planning on hiring your own attorney?
I do have a
Okay, is that Mr. Cagle?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, well, I am gonna set the bond at $1,000 on your case. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're out on bond for DUI. And I'm gonna revoke the bond, 2018 CT 7849AO. Mr. Cagle can file any motions on your behalf in order to see if a judge will give you a bond in the case.
Darryl Sammons, bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
There's Brandon Scortino, bonded.
All right. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
So my name is Magna Clisart.
All right, Mr. Claire Saint,
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor. So,
you're here in 2019 MM 7711AO. You're arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, and resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at 500, 100, and 100. You're out on release for robbery with a firearm, 2019 CF 7685AO. I am gonna revoke the release and set that at none. You do have an attorney on the case, and they can file any motions for you on your behalf. ma'am, please tell me your name.
Mahogany Gilliam.
All right, Ms. Gilliam, you're here in 2019 MM 7714AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Ms. Gilliam? Okay.
Your Honor, I did qualify Ms. the defendant for a pretrial release. I did have an opportunity to speak to her mother, and we do have a verifiable address.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in pretrial release. You do make sure that you follow all of their requirements, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, please tell me your name for the record.
Eric Turk.
All right, Mr. Turk, you're back. And you're here in 2019 MM 7713AO. You're arrested again for trespass on property after warning. And I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Turek if you wanted to resolve this case?
I made an offer that I just told Ms. Haley that was my fault, so, because I remember last time he was here, I did explain, I've been reminded that, so my offer will be adjudication 15 days, no return. If Mr. Turk comes back, it will be a 30-day offer.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Turek, the offer's a 15-day offer. You have credit for 2 days' time served. If you don't want to take the offer, you don't have to.
I'd like to go home today, ma'am.
Well, you're not gonna go home today, unless you can post a bond, so.
Ma'am, please. I mean, I realize I did
I
something wrong.
can't count the number of times that I've seen you. I know Judge Carter's seen you quite a bit too.
Ma'am, I realize I did something wrong.
Okay, well, you don't have to talk about the facts of your case, but this is, you know.
Please let me go home,
it's a-
ma'am. I got
this
things
is-
going on at home.
Okay, listen to me. You've come back here multiple times for the same offense. In the last 2 months, I think. I've seen you at least 3 times.
Not for the same offense, ma'am.
So the offer from the state is 15 days. My offer would be worse. So that's a pretty nice offer.
I thought
Next
that-
time, it's probably gonna be worse.
I thought the state was gonna offer me to go home. Is that what you said earlier?
Well, I think that they've amended their offer.
Can I talk to the Jeff, please?
Your Honor, I said it was my
Yeah,
fault originally.
so-
I forgot what I told Mr. Turk last time he
Yeah,
was here.
and I know what you told because I was told what you told him. No. Right, and he may have told you that, and that's what the state originally told him. That's not that he was lying to you or anything of that nature. He was relaying the information that the state was telling him. Now, the state has changed their offer. I wouldn't accept a credit for time served offer, Mr. Turek.
You would not?
No.
What would you accept?
It would be worse than 15 days for you if you pled to the bench. So that's the offer from the state. If you want to take that today, you can take that. If you don't, I'll impose the bond. And then if the state decides to file charges on it, then you can deal with it at that point. But that's where we're at. Can you speak with who?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Mr. Scholl wants to speak with you. Miss Haling is absolutely qualified to speak with you.
No, but I'd like to speak with him because he talked to me earlier.
Okay.
Can I
I mean, if he
please?
wants to speak with you, then you can speak with him very quickly. I don't know if he'll tell you anything different.
Well, I thought you were going to talk to me.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Javier Morales.
Jeffrey Alden is mental health, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset him.
And Garrett Smith is, behavior.
Okay, we'll deal with him after. And you're Morales?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Morales, you're here in 2019 CF 13204AO. You're arrested for fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer with lights and sirens activated, possession of methamphetamine, possession of Xanax, driving while license suspended, 2 prior convictions, resisting an officer without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause for all of those offenses. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to drive without a valid driver's license. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Your bond on count 1 is $20,000. The remaining bonds will stay at $150, $150, $150, $100, and $100. You also have an on-view or an out-of-county on-view VOP. And I believe that that is out of Osceola County. And so your bond in that case will be set at none at this time.
So what's the bottom of the plan, Your Honor?
20,000. All right, and while we have a moment, I'm gonna address Mr. Smith, and you said that he was behavior?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Smith is behavior. I'm gonna find that that is a waiver, 2019 MO 1607. AO, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent him. And, Ms. Haling, do you wanna waive his appearance? An MO, you can set it at any time if he wants to enter a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I do find probable cause for an open container violation. I will stay the bond at the $250. And then Mr. Charles refused.
And Your Honor, he's also out on bonds. I don't know if that's on your page.
Oh, okay.
It's a grand theft charge. The state has not filed on that case
Okay.
yet.
All right, well, he's here in 2 cases. I'm gonna appoint the public defender in 2019 CF 13262 and 2019 CF 13261AO. And he's refused to come to court, waiving his appearance. You wanna waive it
Yes, Your Honor.
formally? All right, Ms. Haley. Thank you. And so he's charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of cannabis more than 20 grams, or less than 20 grams, excuse me. And I do find probable cause for those offenses. And grand theft, 3rd degree of a motor vehicle in the other case. And I do find probable cause. And so his bond will stay set on the possession of meth at 1,000. I'll reduce count 2 to 100. And I'll stay the bond on the grand theft at 1,000. He's not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. He's not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case or any possible co-defendant. And he's out on release in 2019 CF 11087AO. I'm gonna revoke that release and set that at none. He does have the attorney of the public defender on the case. They can file any motions for him. All right, Mr. Turek, you have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Scholl.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what do you want to do? My guess is that you were here last time when the state said that the offer was going to be a certain offer.
Yes, yeah, the state said earlier that they were gonna make me an offer to, so I could go home
Okay,
today.
Well, that's not happening, so.
That's what they were gonna offer me earlier, they
Okay,
said.
Well, okay, we're not going to continue to have the same round and round discussion.
I mean, I would like to go home today,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, yeah,
I got things going
I can give you a
on.
bond. You have a $500 bond if you want to bond out.
How much would I have to pay?
I can't tell you that. I'm not a bondsman, so you'll have to either pay a cash bond or contact a bondsman.
Well, I can make an offer with you and then still bond out, right?
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
I mean, I can accept
You
the
want,
offer.
if you want to plead to the bench, I would not do that.
What?
You're not getting out today if you pled to the bench, meaning making an offer with me.
What's the bond, I don't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna stay the bond at the $500, and you are not to return back to 4066 South Cimarron Boulevard or have any contact with any listed victim or witness at that location. And you're to abide by all trespass warnings.
So, what am I,
All right, anything else?
No, no, I understand. I do.
can I talk to her? I need to.
All right, anything further? All right, no? Okay, we'll be in recess until, tomorrow. Judge Carter will be in here in the morning.